Someone lived this. Someone carried this. And someone had to say it. Names changed, places changed, but the story, every word of it, is real. Have you ever trusted someone with everything? Your money, your secrets, your future? And then one day, you wake up and you realize they were never who you thought they were. Not a stranger, not an enemy. The person closest to you. The one you would have defended in front of anyone. The one you never, not for a second, thought would betray you. That's the worst kind of pain, because it doesn't just hurt, it rewrites your memory. Every good moment you shared becomes a question. Every smile becomes suspicious. Every I love you becomes, was any of it real? Today, two people are going to tell you their stories. Two people who trusted someone completely and paid the price. Someone had to say it, and this is what they said. They met in college, first day, first class, sat next to each other by accident, and by the end of that week, they were inseparable. Let's call her Nadia, and her best friend, Samira. Nadia was the quiet one, reserved, the kind of person who has 5 friends, not 50. She didn't trust easily, but when she trusted someone, she trusted them completely. No walls, no filters. Samira was the opposite. Loud, magnetic. The kind of person who walks into a room and everyone turns around. She had this energy, this warmth, that made you feel like the most important person in the world when she talked to you. They balanced each other. Nadia grounded Samira. Samira pulled Nadia out of her shell. They studied together, ate together, cried together. When Nadia's father got sick, Samira was the one who drove her to the hospital at 3 in the morning. When Samira failed a class and wanted to drop out, Nadia was the one who sat with her for 6 hours rewriting her study plan. 6 years of friendship, not a single fight, not a single moment of doubt. Nadia used to say, "If I ever get married, Samira will be standing right next to me. She's not my friend, she's my sister." She had no idea how wrong she was. Nadia met a man through her family. Traditional introduction. His name, let's call him Khalid. He was kind, educated, came from a good family. The kind of man your mother prays you'll find. They talked for 3 months. Everything felt right. He proposed. She said yes. The families were happy. The wedding date was set, 4 months away. Nadia told Samira immediately. And Samira, she cried, happy tears. She hugged Nadia so tight, she said, "I'm going to plan the best wedding this city has ever seen. You deserve this." And she meant it. At least that's what Nadia believed. Samira threw herself into the wedding planning. She went with Nadia to every dress fitting. She tasted every cake sample. She visited every venue. She was more involved than Nadia's own mother. But something small started happening. Something Nadia didn't notice at first. Samira started asking about Khalid. A lot. What did he say today? Does he have any brothers? What kind of car does he drive? Where does he want to live after the wedding? Nadia thought nothing of it. Her best friend was curious, excited. That's normal. Then Samira asked, "Can you add me to the group chat so I can coordinate the wedding details with him directly?" Nadia added her, no hesitation. That was the beginning of the end. 3 weeks before the wedding, Khalid started acting different. He'd reply late to Nadia's messages. He'd cancel plans. He'd say he was busy with work, but his phone was always in his hand, screen tilted away. One night, Nadia called him. No answer. She called again. Nothing. She texted, "Is everything okay?" He replied an hour later. "Sorry, was at the gym." She believed him. 2 weeks before the wedding, Samira also started acting different. She stopped coming to the planning meetings. She said she was sick. Then she said she had family issues. Then she just stopped answering altogether for 2 days. Nadia was confused, hurt, but she told herself, people get busy. The wedding stress is getting to everyone. 1 week before the wedding, Nadia went to pick up her dress from the tailor. On the way back, she drove past a cafe, and she saw something that stopped her heart. Khalid's car, in the parking lot, and next to it, Samira's car. She parked across the street. She sat there for 10 minutes, telling herself it was nothing. Maybe they're coordinating a surprise for her. Maybe it's a coincidence. Then she saw them walk out, together. Not walking like two people who just had a meeting. Walking close, his hand on the small of her back, her laughing at something he said. That laugh, Nadia knew that laugh. She'd heard it 1,000 times. but never directed at her fiancé. Nadia didn't scream. She didn't cry. She didn't get out of the car. She sat there, frozen, watching the two people she trusted most in the world walk to their separate cars like they hadn't just destroyed hers. She drove home. She walked into her room. She closed the door. And then she broke. She didn't call either of them that night. She couldn't. Every time she picked up the phone, her hand shook so hard she dropped it. The next morning, she called Samira. "Can you come over? I need help with something for the wedding." Samira came, smiling, hugging her, acting normal. Nadia waited until they were sitting down. Then she said calmly, "I drove past the cafe on 5th Street yesterday." Samira's face didn't change, not immediately. But her hands stopped moving, and Nadia saw it. "I saw his car, and yours, and I saw you walk out together." Silence. "How long?" Samira's eyes filled with tears. Not guilt tears, panic tears. The kind of tears someone cries when they get caught, not when they feel sorry. "Nadia, it's not what you think." "How long?" "Oh, 2 months." 2 months. The entire engagement. From the moment Nadia added her to that group chat, Samira had been talking to Khalid. First about the wedding, then about everything else, then about things that had nothing to do with the wedding at all. He'd told Samira things he'd never told Nadia. He'd taken Samira to places he'd never taken Nadia. And the worst part, the part that Nadia says she still can't get out of her head, is that Samira knew everything. She knew the wedding date. She knew the dress. She knew the venue. She knew the color of the napkins. She sat through every single planning session, knowing that she was destroying it behind Nadia's back. Nadia canceled the wedding that day. She called Khalid, said 3 words, "I know everything," and hung up. She blocked Samira on everything. Phone, social media, email, everything. She lost her fiancé and her best friend on the same day. But here's the part that still haunts her. 6 months later, Khalid and Samira got engaged, and Samira had the nerve, the absolute nerve, to send Nadia an invitation. Nadia didn't respond. She didn't need to, but she told us. The worst part wasn't losing him. I could have gotten over him. The worst part was losing her, because I never saw it coming. Not from her, never from her. That's the thing about betrayal. It doesn't come from your enemies. Your enemies can't betray you, because you never trusted them in the first place. Betrayal only comes from the people you let in. The ones you gave access to the parts of you that no one else could see. Someone had to say it. And here's what the next person said.